At 70 plus, these 6 signs reveal your body is younger than your age. Cardiologist says your age may not tell the whole story. What if I told you that after 70, the number on your birthday cake may not be the best indicator of how well your body is aging? From a cardiologist's perspective, there are everyday clues that can tell us something about functional health, how well your heart, blood vessels, muscles, lungs, and nervous system are supporting your daily life. And here's the surprising part. Some of these clues are so ordinary that many older adults completely overlook them. Maybe you can walk farther than people your age. Maybe you recover quickly after climbing stairs. Maybe you can get up from a chair without using your hands. But don't click away, because sign number 4 is one that many people don't realize can reveal a lot about their overall physical function. And remember, these signs don't prove that your body is literally younger. They are simply encouraging indicators of healthy function. Let's begin with the first one. Sign number 1, you can walk briskly without feeling completely drained. One of the simplest clues is something you probably do every day: walking. If you're over 70 and you can walk at a comfortable, purposeful pace without becoming unusually exhausted, that can be an encouraging sign of functional fitness. Why does a cardiologist care about walking? Because walking requires several systems to work together. Your heart has to pump blood efficiently. Your lungs have to provide oxygen. Your muscles have to use that oxygen. And your nervous system has to coordinate movement and balance. That's a lot happening during something that feels completely ordinary. But here's the curiosity gap. It's not simply how fast you walk that matters. It's what happens when you stop. If ordinary walking leaves you severely breathless, unusually weak, dizzy, or with chest discomfort, that's different. And those symptoms shouldn't simply be dismissed as getting old. If you experience concerning or new symptoms, especially chest pain, fainting, or severe shortness of breath, seek medical attention promptly. Now, walking is important, but there's another everyday movement that may tell us even more. Sign number 2, you can rise from a chair without using your hands. Here's a simple test you can recognize immediately. Imagine sitting in a normal chair. Can you stand up smoothly without pushing yourself up with your arms? If yes, that's encouraging. Standing from a chair requires leg strength, balance, coordination, and enough functional capacity to move your body against gravity. And here's the part many people miss. Your legs aren't just for walking. They are closely connected with your independence. When leg strength and balance decline significantly, everyday tasks can become harder. Getting out of bed, climbing stairs, getting into a vehicle, or moving around the house. That's why maintaining strength as you age is so important. But don't turn this into a competition. If you need your hands to stand, that doesn't automatically mean something is wrong with your heart. Arthritis, joint problems, previous injuries, balance issues, and many other factors can affect this movement. The real question is your ability stable, improving, or suddenly getting worse? And that brings us to sign number 3, a clue that happens after physical activity. Sign number 3, your heart rate and breathing settle after activity. Here's a pattern interruption. Healthy aging isn't about never getting tired. It's about how your body responds to a challenge and returns toward normal afterward. Suppose you've taken a walk or climbed a few stairs. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing increases. That's normal. The interesting part is what happens when you stop and rest. If your breathing gradually settles and you feel comfortable again, that's generally more reassuring than remaining unusually breathless or feeling unwell for an extended period. But here's something important. Don't obsess over a single heart rate number. Medications, fitness level, stress, temperature, illness, caffeine, and many other factors can influence heart rate. A cardiologist looks at the whole picture, not one isolated number. And if you notice a new pattern of unexplained racing heartbeat, fainting, chest pressure, or significant breathlessness, that's something worth discussing with a healthcare professional. Now, we've talked about walking, strength, and recovery, but the next sign is often overlooked because it happens when you're doing absolutely nothing. Sign number 4, you can perform everyday tasks without unusual fatigue. Here's a question you can ask yourself. Can I complete my normal daily activities without feeling dramatically more exhausted than I used to? Things like preparing a meal, showering, shopping, walking around your home, making your bed, or doing light household work may seem insignificant, but these activities are actually useful windows into your functional capacity. If you're 70, 75, or 80, and you're still able to handle your normal routine independently, that's something worth appreciating. And there's a powerful psychological trap here. Many older adults gradually reduce activity because they assume, I'm getting older, so I should expect to do less. Sometimes that is true, but sometimes declining activity creates more weakness, which makes activity harder, which leads to even more inactivity. That's a cycle you don't want to ignore. The goal isn't to behave like you're 30. The goal is to preserve as much safe, meaningful independence as possible. And now we're moving toward a sign that involves something every healthy body needs: balance. Sign number 5. Your balance and coordination remain relatively strong. Imagine walking across your living room. You turn around, you step over something small, you reach for an object. Your body constantly makes tiny adjustments to keep you upright. That's balance and coordination. As we age, balance can change for many reasons, including vision changes, muscle weakness, medications, inner ear problems, neurological conditions, and joint problems. So maintaining good balance and coordination can be an encouraging sign of preserved physical function. But here's the warning. Don't test your balance by standing on one foot somewhere dangerous. A fall can cause serious injury, especially in older adults. Instead, pay attention to your normal movements. Do you feel stable when walking? Can you turn without feeling like you're going to fall? Do you regularly need furniture or walls for support? If balance has suddenly worsened, don't simply blame age. It's worth discussing with a healthcare professional. And there's one final sign, and it may be the most encouraging of all, because it isn't just about what your body can do today. It's about how your body responds over time. Sign number 6. You recover from everyday challenges and maintain your independence. Here's the 6th sign. Your body can handle normal daily challenges, and you remain capable of doing the things that matter to you. Maybe you can take a walk with a friend. Maybe you can prepare your own breakfast. Maybe you can climb a few stairs safely. Maybe you can work in your garden. Maybe you can travel, shop, play with your grandchildren, or simply move around your home independently. These aren't just activities. They're signs of functional independence. And here's the important distinction. A younger looking body isn't necessarily a healthier body. Someone can look incredibly fit while having an important medical problem, and someone with gray hair, wrinkles, or a slower walking pace may still have excellent functional health. So don't chase the appearance of youth. Protect the function that allows you to live your life. And now let's connect all 6 signs, because there's a bigger message hiding behind them. The bigger picture. Don't judge your health by one sign. Let's quickly review. Number 1, you can walk comfortably. Number 2, you can rise from a chair with reasonable control. Number 3, your breathing and heart response settle after activity. Number 4, you can manage normal daily activities without unusual fatigue. Number 5, your balance and coordination remain relatively strong. Number 6, you maintain your ability to recover from ordinary challenges and remain independent. Notice something? None of these signs says your heart is perfect. That's important. These are clues about functional capacity, not a replacement for medical evaluation. A cardiologist doesn't determine cardiovascular health simply by looking at whether someone can walk or stand. Blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes risk, smoking history, medications, family history, symptoms, physical examination, and appropriate testing may all matter. So if you're doing well, don't use these signs as an excuse to skip checkups. Use them as motivation to protect what you already have, because there's another mistake many seniors make, and it can quietly erase years of progress. The warning: don't wait until your body forces you to slow down. Here's your urgency moment. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 70 is waiting until a major problem appears before paying attention to their physical capacity. Don't wait for a fall to think about balance. Don't wait for severe weakness before thinking about strength. Don't wait for major breathlessness before talking to your doctor, and don't assume every new symptom is simply old age. If you notice a significant or persistent change in your ability to walk, exercise, climb stairs, or perform everyday activities, pay attention. Especially if symptoms include chest discomfort, fainting, severe shortness of breath, unexplained swelling, or a new irregular or racing heartbeat. Those symptoms deserve medical attention. But there's good news. Aging isn't an all-or-nothing process. There are many healthy habits that can support cardiovascular and physical function as you get older, and you don't need to transform your life overnight. What you can do: protect your younger function. If you're over 70, think less about becoming younger and more about staying capable. Keep moving in ways that are appropriate for your health. Walk if your doctor says walking is appropriate. Include safe, strength-building activities when suitable. Pay attention to balance. Get enough sleep. Eat a varied, nutrient-rich diet. Stay socially connected. Take prescribed medications as directed. Keep track of important health measures recommended by your healthcare professional. And perhaps most importantly, don't underestimate small improvements. A 5-minute walk today can be more valuable than a perfect exercise plan you never start. One additional lap around the house, standing up and moving regularly instead of sitting for hours. Doing safe exercises recommended by a professional. These small actions can become habits, and habits are powerful because they accumulate. But before you leave, there's one final idea I want you to remember. Final message. Your goal isn't to look younger, it's to live stronger. If you're over 70, don't look in the mirror and ask, do I look younger than my age? Ask a better question. Can I still do the things that make my life meaningful? Can you walk? Can you get up from a chair? Can you manage your daily activities? Can you maintain reasonable balance? Can your body recover from ordinary activity? Can you remain independent? If the answer is yes, those are encouraging signs. But if one of these abilities has recently declined, don't panic and don't ignore it. That change is a reason to pay attention, and when appropriate, talk with your healthcare professional. Your birthday tells you how many years you've lived. It doesn't tell the entire story of how your body is functioning. And perhaps the most hopeful message is this: healthy aging isn't about turning back the clock. It's about protecting the strength, mobility, cardiovascular health, and independence you have today, and taking small steps to preserve them for tomorrow. So if you're over 70, don't automatically say, I'm old. Instead, ask, what can I still do and how can I protect it? Because sometimes the most powerful sign of healthy aging isn't looking younger. It's continuing to live your life with strength, confidence, and independence.